Hello and welcome to the Ludus Colony. I'm Colonel Mustard and we are playing Medal of Honor Allied Assault. And we are within touching distance of the end of the game. This is the penultimate level, the Schmerzen Express. Excellent work, Powell. By cutting off the main communication centre in the town, there's no way for reinforcements to be called in time to save Fort Schmerzen. You've entered a public park where opposition should be fairly light. Chances are you'll be able to get through without much trouble. The train station, however, is a much more difficult nut to crack. It's covered by machine gun towers overlooking the cargo yard and the tracks themselves. This station is the rendezvous point, but there are a few details to take care of first. Before the squad can join you, you'll have to cut the power to the electrified perimeter fence so that they can get through it. The power will go out briefly in the main building and draw some of their troops out to investigate. Get into the station building, find a radio and use it to send out a false order so that the incoming train will make a stop at the station. When the train arrives, it will be trivial to eliminate the engineer and have one of the rangers commandeer the train. You're almost there, Lieutenant. Good luck. Let's get to it. That's the window we came out of before. I always forget about this park bit. Don't know why. Okay, I've got the footsteps in the snow problem again. Oh, hold on. I spy a dog. Do I want to prioritise the dog or the man? Down boy. I said down boy. I should have prioritised the dog, shouldn't I? Oh shit. That was a comedy of errors. Okay, I might just nip back and get that health that was at the start. Oh dear. Absolutely starting as we mean to go on here. Did he drop any health? Prick. Okay. I'm gonna go this way. I always like going around the edge of a map if I can, rather than straight through the middle. Oh, hello. Okay, this time the dog's getting it first. Do not aim at me, sir. Right. Who else is taking a lovely stroll in this park? Anyone out for an evening constitutional? Aha. That sounds like a dog. Is a dog. Right. Everyone calm down. Oh, fucking hell. Don't want any of that sort of behaviour. Ah, he dropped health. What a gent. No, under the bridge, is there? Maybe I could go ice skating. Oh, I see you. Shit. Oh, yep, little proning bastard. Oh, bollocks, 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 bollocks. Change, change, change. Okay, I think we're through. Okay. Once again, I say, down boy. Since we're getting close to the end of the game, I feel like I should talk about what came after this game. There were 2 expansions, Spearhead and Breakthrough, which I've inexplicably never played. But okay, that got me. Yes, 2 expansions, and then Pacific Assault, which I've also inexplicably never played. Nice. Then there were some that were exclusive to consoles, so didn't play them either, with one exception. Then eventually the series switched to a more modern day setting, basically just to compete with Call of Duty. I think it was pretty much just copying what Call of Duty was doing, which is quite ironic, given how Call of Duty started. And yeah, so it went to a modern day setting, and as I've said before, I'm not really interested. Oh fucking hell! I believe those didn't do very well. I think they were just perceived as poor imitations of the Call of Duty games. So yeah, nobody really cared. Hello. And then after that, the series just kind of died out. Until, and this completely passed me by, I didn't know this until I looked the series up earlier. There was another Second World War one that came out in, I think it was 2020. I've forgotten the name now. I think it was like Medal of Honor Above and Beyond or something like that. But it's VR only, and I'm not fancy enough to have that kind of kit. So, despite how much I love this game, the only other one in the Medal of Honor series that I've played is the exception that I mentioned before, the one that was on PC, which was Medal of Honor Airborne, which came out in 2007. I've learned my lesson in Ray, shooting anyone vaguely in the vicinity of a spotlight. It is likely to attract large quantities of bullets flying directly at your solar plexus. So, yeah, gonna leave them alone. What was I saying? Medal of Honor Airborne, yeah. That was a mixed bag, I think. Had an interesting central gimmick, which was you're a paratrooper. Fucking arses. Okay, right. I forgot to look at the spotlight behind me. Okay, we'll just do this. Just do this bit again. While I talk about Medal of Honor Airborne. Yeah, you're a paratrooper, and you could drop in. You could start the map from basically wherever you land. As if you can drift there and land, you can start the map there, which was fun. There are obviously target drop zones that the game sort of gently encourages you to aim for, but you don't have to. And I enjoyed most of it. I seem to remember there was that level with it was in a railway yard, I think, and that was bastard hard. Which, you know, at least that's better than piss easy. But then towards the end of the game, you did start to encounter some rather unrealistically boss-like enemies, which kind of spoilt it a little bit. Also, it was really short. This isn't a particularly long game, but this is older, and I think it's fair to say that by 2007, you expected a little more content from a AAA game. Yeah, see, that's what happened before. Yeah, I remember I played it again about I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago maybe, and I was done in about 5 hours, just as I was getting into it, which was a shame. So yeah, that's the only other Medal of Honor game I've played. This one and Airborne. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna follow this one round, I think. Hide betwixt these crates. And follow that one. And run this way, run this way, run this way. Okay. All right then. These were in the photo in the briefing. Yeah, I think there are people in there. So I want to make judicious use of a grenade. Surprise, motherfuckers! That went rather well, all things considered. Lovely. Oh, there's the fuse box. Smashy, smashy. Okay, so we've cut the electrical power. Need to send the radio transmission. Oh god, the temptation to shoot one of these. But I know what's going to happen if I do. I think. Yeah, too many. Oh, I want to though. I so want to. Okay, I'm going to wait for that to come back. And run. Oh crap. Actually these are not really slightly offset. Okay, this is the one. This is the one. As the Stone Roses once said. Run. Run fast. Okay. Now then. We need to get into this building, I think. Follow this one. Shit. In the door. In the door. Okay. We are in the building. A dog is also in the building. German victory in the West. Well, I have some things to tell you, I'm afraid. Oh. Sup. Bad dog. Evening. That's a grenade. That's also a grenade. Just saying what I see. I know it's alarming insight, perspicacity, general just observation, but those were both grenades. So is this. Oh, bollocks. I completely balls that up. That's better. Oh, no one up there. Meanwhile, why are these stamps the wrong way around? Property of the Wehrmacht. Much like that crate that the Ark of the Covenant lives in. Anyone? No one. Once again, I'm failing to use the fancy weapon I picked up earlier in this mission. I just don't think it's that great. At least in these sort of close quarters situations. I honestly prefer the Thompson. Is that wrong? I don't know. It probably is. I don't know anything about guns. He certainly is alone. Which is embarrassing for you. It's also embarrassing for you three. Because there are three of you. Or at least there were. Okay, that's where that grenade went. Ah. That'll be it then. Send the radio transmission. Schmerzen Express. I just mentioned Colonel Sanders. Oberst Sanders. Nice. Right, well. There we are. Now the next one is the final level of the game. And that is definitely going in a separate video because that is probably going to be a long one. The very end in particular, I remember being a case of reloading saves about 20 times. Unless that was on hard difficulty, I don't know. Anyway, we'll find out. So if you want to watch a man die repeatedly through sheer incompetence, absolutely come back for that. Until then, bye for now.